Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. I'm continuing with using some of the products from the July to December holiday, well, it's catalog, I call it the holiday catalog, and showing you how you can take what you have left and extend it beyond the season. This is the card we're going to make today. So I'm going to move that up there in the corner and we'll get started. For my card, I pulled in the Curvy Keepsake, quite curvy, and I used that image and the hello. So the first thing I need is my card base, and it is Pretty Peacock, and it's 8.5 or 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. All right, I used my bone folder. Then I took the ornate floral die and a piece of Whisper White that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I embossed that image, that paper. So I'm going to add this to my card base, and I have to use the tear-in tape because I've embossed this, and I want to make sure that it stays down good and strong. So you need to use some kind of double-sided tape that is really strong. And this, by Stampin' Up, the tear-in tape is, because many times my finger sticks to it. All right, so there's the sticky tape all the way around. And now we have to add that to our card base. And I'm going to show you a little hint, because getting that on there straight can be hard. What you want to do is you want to take your tear-in tape and you want to burnish it on one end. You want to pick the protective layer off and fold it back. Then you go down here and you do the same thing on this end. All right. Then you're going to come back up to this end and you're going to do the same thing. And the reason being is you want one corner, see how it's sticky it is? One corner that is not going to have the tape exposed. All right. So fold them back and out and make sure you go out on them. All right, so I've got it. Now I can take and I can put this on my card base. Nope, let's see. This way. This is the corner that has the tape still on it. So what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to put that one down on my card base, and then I can look at my sides and my top and bottom, and when they're in there and lined up even, I press down. Then I go back and I gently pull off the double-sided tape, and your panel is on straight. And it was so easy, you didn't have to put it down and then it was crooked or any of that. So we've got that part done. I took that image from the curvy, quite curvy set, and I stamped it in Memento. And I'm going to take some Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to take my, I'm going to take a block, and I'm going to add some ink to the block. Now the reason I'm using an ink is, or block, instead of squeezing it, is these are very hard to squeeze, and I don't want to break my pad. So I just add it to a block, and then I can use my blender pen, and I can pull out the ink and color my image. All right, and if you want your image lighter, don't pull your ink out, or pull your ink out further. If you keep it close to don't pull it out as far, it's darker. So keep that in mind. If you want a darker piece, then use the, I've got some tips I can't seem to get. There we go. All right, and I'm going to pull some more out. I've got a big one here to do. All right. So I'm just going to color this in. This is a great way to avoid lines in your coloring too. You can even add some glycerin if you've got a lot to color to your block and mix the two. And then you've got it. Okay. So there I have my image colored. All right. And I'm cleaning my pen off. It's stained, but it doesn't come off, so especially if you clean it in between. So then I wanted to use an image on my card base. So I went to my Halloween set, the Halloween Magic dies, and I chose the large one and the small one. I don't know what shape this is, but I'm going to put my small one on here like so, and I'm going to use some tape to hold it in place. And I'm keeping that image over to the left side of the die because I want to have space for my sentiment. So I'm going to tape it down in place, and I'm going to cut this out. Okay, I have it all cut out, and I'm ready to add my sentiment. So I took the hello, and I took my ink, and I'm going to stamp hello in the middle, but make sure I go up high enough that I can get the whole word in like so. And there is my sentiment ready to go. You could have added it down wherever. This whole card was inspired by this paper from There's Magic in This Night. And so I used that paper and I cut out the big one. I'm going to add this piece to that image or that shape like so. And I'm centering it side to side, top to bottom. And by using the glue, I have a little bit of wiggle room. This I'm going to put on my card base with dimensionals. And I'm going to have to cut some more. So give me a moment to cut some real quick. All right, and I'm going to add some down the side. Oh, that back came off. I'm going to hit the ends, and I just kind of hit the corners where it's curved. And I'm going to go back up the other side with, again, 2 more pieces. And then I'm going to come down the center, and I'm going to put like 3 down the center to kind of support this shape so when it goes through the machines, it doesn't collapse. Now it's time to take off our backs. So I'm going to use my pokey tool and get them off. All right. Get those out of the way. I always move them because I have taken it a couple of times and flipped this over to put it down and got one of these caught underneath of it, and it appeared on my card and I couldn't get it out. Very frustrating. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the center of my card front. So watch your top and bottom side to side. All right. And it needed a bow. So this ribbon is from the Forever Greenery ribbon combo pack. So I loved it because it's really soft, and I thought it kind of matched the soft images on the card as well as the soft background that I have. So I'm going to cut my pieces off, the extra, and then I'm going to interview my ribbon to see which side is better. This side has a better look to it, so I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to add a glue dot to the left of the knot and one to the right of the knot. And by doing that, I'm catching that ribbon so that it won't pull out. And then I added that bow right at the very bottom. And there's our card. And now you know we don't want naked envelopes, so stamp the envelope and the inside of your card and color it. If you have a few of these items and you want to get the rest to order, if you check the link below, you can find all the supplies you need on my blog post. Click on the image and it will take you to my online store where you can add more images or just get what you need. Doesn't matter. If your order is under $150, make sure you use the host code. It helps me out and gives me, lets me continue to share my ideas with you. Have you signed up for my newsletter? Don't miss out. One more day of the 12 weeks of Christmas, and then in January we're going to be doing the celebration ones. Thanks for visiting me today. Have a great day.